A couple of showers at half-time. Looks good, though, now. Away we go in the second half. Fort falls on his backside. Miller immediately extracts it with a driving ball forward. Good marking contest from Day. And he'll line up from directly in front. Pretty good-looking kick. Struck it beautifully. Gold Coast lead Geelong at home.
Clearance, push it forward, and he worked hard early on Harry Taylor to get him out of the contest, and then held the space underneath the footy. Good effort from Witts to get the quick hand pass out. Clearance all important. You get first use of the footy going forward. Good contested mark.
So fourth goal from centre bounce, Gold Coast.
Elwood. Now Ainsworth gives it straight away. He'll get a free kick.
Open yourself up.
Bowes just steps through traffic. Beautifully done. Then sends the ball forward. Good stretch from Day. Pretty good normally from this distance. His last kick was an absolute beauty, and this one is the same. The Suns open the second half with 2 goals, and they're stretching the Cats.
His head back and watch it go over his head. But this work from Jack Bowes, he just danced around a couple of them and made them look silly. That was exceptional stuff. And as Nick Brewold mentioned, a great stretch from the big number 12 for Gold Coast. Just look at this in tight. Bang, bang. See you later. So good.
Well, they had cover at the stoppage, Geelong, but twinkle toes like that, it's basically irrelevant. Bit of pedigree, Howie.
That's right. That's right. Weller. Oh, look at that mark from King. He's lining up for his 4th goal.
Look at him, a little shove there.
Stuttering run up.
Got very close to the man on the mark.
Hooks it. Well, does well to get rid of it quickly. Here's an opportunity for Swallow on the angle.
Oh, it's a bad kick, that. I mean, if you're going to take the shot.
Duncan. Good chain of hand pass on the outer wing from Geelong. It releases Mitch Duncan. He goes out. The ball stays in. Hits Hawkins. Immediately plays on. That's great ball.
Laced out big Tommy.
Kicked the first goal of the match for the Cats, did Brandon Parfitt. Gets underneath it. Little popping ball, but it's a good ball. Geelong with their first of the term. Here's Parfitt again, bursting through the middle of Cardinia Park. Good ball forward. Hanley cut it off, couldn't complete the mark. Dalhouse dangerous, round the body. Another one for Geelong.
Back half, but this is a few times now that between them they've spilled marks that you've just got to take. You've just got to swallow these.
Yeah, you just reach out with one hand.
If you want to avoid situations like this, so
it's around Weller. Drives it forward towards Rowan. Bounces off the chest of Hawkins. Gives it to Rowan. Can Geelong get free in 2 minutes off the outside of the boots? Misses Myers. Bowes. Get out of jail there, the Cats. Tries to step Myers.
Oh, no.
Gets the boundary line in the end.
She's given a bit of licence there. You can't blame Jack Henry going forward there because he had no...
Worth, there he is now. Collects it. Squaring ball back inside. Love the idea. Execution not quite there. Tui. Caught by Anderson. He'll need to get rid of it here, Tui. Eventually he does. Little bouncing ball from McPherson. And the Cats can mop it up.
He just sprinted 50 metres.
Gary Rowan floats across the pack nicely. He's going to have to hold for a moment. Ablett's starting to move forward.
It's against Harbrow. This is where you've got to run back towards the middle of the ground.
Gary Rowan from on 50 leans back on it. Beautiful contact. The Cats have kicked the last 3 and just opened a bit of a gap on the Suns.
Away from the protected area, not through that zone, heading back into defence.
Spits out a hand pass, casual from Rowan. Is effective. Hawkins squaring ball, Menengola.
Such a good kick.
Knee surgery at the beginning of last season, so he was in and out of the side a little bit. He's a good player, though. Unloads from distance. It's another one from the Cats. They've kicked the last 4 of them.
So I think it was Anderson on that occasion that squared the ball inside, invited pressure when it didn't need to be the case, and sort of kick from Charlie Ballard They're trying their best, the Gold Coast, absolutely. But just making basic errors that have brought Geelong back into the game. This is a great squaring kick from Tom Hawkins.
Back into it. Ainsworth, advantage paid to Swallow. Can he hit a target inside 50? King got pushed underneath it. Out the back, though, running into an open goal is Sexton. And the Gold Coast get the one they needed.
Attention that Ben King draws, though. They all want to stop Ben King, and that allows Sexton to be on his own over the back.
So the desire to get across and help your teammate, just
he took his teammate out.
Focus to the match. Guthrie drives a deep ball forward. Radigalia. Oh, they've paid it.
No, did he have first hands on that?
He's
Good decision.
He's a force in the air, is Radigalia.
Not a force by foot.
Well, in that particular instance.
He likes that thing serious.
He's going to go here again too.
Every time he's pat, you got to call his name, and that's why Radigalia says, out of my way, I want it. I want another one.
Big Essa. That's 50.
That's another one.
Now, Took Miller thought he heard a play on call, but it wasn't. And he's gone over the mark.
Radigalia from directly in front. This time he takes advantage. Some big marks.
Comes from here, Radigalia. He's not even in the picture when that play begins, but, gee, he just floats across from the side, times it beautifully.
So he goes back in. Just got confused, didn't he?
Matty Rowell went down with what could be a serious shoulder injury. We hope it's not at the genuinely serious end of the scale, but who knows. Let's get the latest on Matty Rowell with Sarah Jones.
Thanks, Jace. Yes, a couple of key points on the #1 draft pick. As you said, in the first term, popped that shoulder out. Club Medicos were able to pop it back in, which was good news. And to his credit, he wanted to get back out there and continue playing, such as his thirst for the contest. He will have scans in the coming days and will stay with the team as they enter the hubs.
What you're talking about, Jace?
Yeah, that's just shot them in the foot.
Menengola, long ball forward. Ballard, Dangerfield, a bit too strong. The 7th All-Australian nod last year for Paddy Dangerfield. Trots in with that familiar style, kicks right through the footy and puts it right through the middle.
I mean, look,
it wasn't a great option.
You've kicked it 1 in
Greenwood.
4, and Huey Greenwood's such a good inside contested player. He's not your pure ball user, so maybe it's a little bit dependent upon who's got the footy. Play it safe if you're not as skilled as some of the other players. Don't try and thread the needle, because that needed... I'm not even sure if that was a target that could have been hit by anybody.
He's happy to square it back up. Tui's got a bit of space if he wants to go. He sighted it, drives it long. Zach Tui hasn't quite got the accuracy. Burners on, nice little step. Parfit, Geelong are building. A step from Stephen. Does he hit a target? He does. It's Hawkins. Starts a bit right. Be disappointed with that. Just misses to the right-hand side. Back to Duncan. He's racking up the possessions now to Blitzarv. Immediately gives it off by hand to Stephen from deep in the pocket. Jack Stephen, there you go. Jack Stephen nails it for the Cats on a big day for the footy club.
Coming in, but quality player. Finds the footy. Explosive. It's a great finish. That left to right.
Yeah.
It's on. There it is.
There's Gazza. Barrel time,
Kick
Jay.
it,
Barrel time.
You have got licence to go with whatever you want here late in the game.
Come on. Gee, it's going to have to be something special.
Kick the barrel, Gaz.
He's going to go play on, is he?
Ablett from outside 50 with a booming drop punt. 350 games to the master. What a goal that is.
He sucked me in because I thought for sure he was going to lay it off. He was getting that close to the man on the mark, or he was going to try and sell the dummy and get around. But, gee, he's got some power in those legs left.
Well, see, there's the problem.
Didn't need the barrel. Gary Ablett from outside 50. What a finish. Other pack. Ablett to Duncan, to Myers, Tui.
Big
tries to turn his man inside out, does well to get a foot on it. Selwood applying yet another tackle.
Oh, he's going to bring him. It's a bit stiff there.
Wow.
I'm not sure he dragged it in.
8th tackle for Joel Selwood. Danger down towards Hawkins. He was hit late by a couple of Gold Coast Suns. Powell now.
Thank you.
Closing stages. A massive day for the Geelong Football Club, celebrating a couple of their heroes. Siren time in Geelong. Well done to those two men. Gary wins it, Joel wins it, and the Cats win it. Geelong 89, the Gold Coast 52. A fitting win to celebrate two wonderful players.